Paige, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good. What are we having for dinner tonight?
Well, frozen pizza and then an apple. Balance.
Hey, some days it's about, what does that meme say? Some days it's about, treadmills and cleanses, and the next day it's about tacos and a glass of wine. Like it's all about balance.
Question for you.
Yes, I love questions.
I am trying to get this product returned for Lori,
Mhm.
and I'm struggling a little bit.
Okay, tell me about it.
So I'm in touch product replacement,
Okay.
and then when it says the part number, that's like the SKU number, right?
So it should be the one that's on In Touch. So
Like
what's
after
the
you go
product
order
that
it,
you're
right?
what's the product that you're looking for?
CC cream,
Okay. What color is it?
light, light to dark. No, light to medium.
There we go. It's the SKU number should be 100722823.
So it does only lets me type in 1000728.
That's interesting. Hmm. That's really interesting. Wait a minute. Are you on is it asking you for the day code, maybe?
It asks for the day code too and the product
Yeah, so the product number should be the SKU
part
number,
number.
and
Sorry.
then the day code should be like a 4 or 5 digit number, maybe six.
Yeah,
Um,
it's on the top that I can hardly read. Yeah.
yeah,
I,
that one, it's so hard to read those. I told the company, I'm like, I'm not an eagle. Like, you guys have
felt
got
like
to
you
make
can't
those
read it.
bigger. If you're having still trouble with it, let me give you the resource number to call and just say, like, hey, I'm having trouble with this. It's not letting me put it in. It could just be a weird issue.
Okay.
Um, the number that you're going to want to call is 1-800-272-9333. And you'll want to call that tomorrow and just say, hey, I'm trying to do a product return, and for some reason it's not letting me put in the number. Am I doing something wrong? Is there an issue? And they should be able to walk you through that. I don't know why it wouldn't take the SKU number though. I
Yeah,
don't,
it only would take like a couple of the numbers. So then I played around with it and like didn't put the 100 in and it still wouldn't work. So I don't know.
yeah, something's not quite right. Angelique, you look burnt on your shoulders.
I am.
Okay.
Ooh,
I was
yeah.
like, that.
It don't hurt. Thank God for my after sun. Paige, I heard you guys talking about the SKU numbers and stuff. Did you, if you go on the website and get like I used to have one sitting right here and I don't know where it went to. The actual order form, like the company
Yeah.
consultant order form, that's where you get the SKU numbers from. I don't know if that.
They're
Oh,
also on the website though, like if you look, like if you go to ordering, that the SKU number's next to the product, like when you go to order it as a consultant, it should be on there. So I don't know why it's not taking it though.
because I found it where you showed me, Grace,
Yeah, I don't know
online.
why. I don't know why it's not taking it. Hey everybody, I'm so glad you're on. Give us a big shout out. We love to know that you're on. And we are going to be getting started in about 2 minutes here. I'm excited to see everyone. Tonight's going to be good. It's going to be really good. I've got some things that I'm going to be teaching you. And we are going to talk about some product. It's going to be awesome. So let's give everybody just another minute to get on. And I'm juiced about this. Juiced about it. Awesome. So let's talk about your favorite summer food while we're waiting. What's your favorite summer food? Like your favorite food that tells you like summer has arrived.
BLTs and grandma's potato salad.
That's a good one. You can't beat a good BLT. Mm.
No.
Mm, mm, mm. We had lunch with one of my best friends on Monday before we headed back here, and she got a BLT, and after I ordered, I'm like, I should have ordered that. It looks so good. Awesome. What else? What else? Your favorite summer food?
I agree with Angelique, BLT, but it has to be like the perfect tomato.
Okay,
Like-
what makes it the perfect tomato?
Juicy, like a farm, like not one from the grocery store.
And it can't be mushy at all.
Mm-mm.
And the bread has to be toasted.
Yep.
Mm, mm. What else? What else, you guys? What is the best summer food?
Corn on the cob.
Watermelon.
BLT and corn on the cob.
Corn on the cob. Ooh, watermelon is a good
Watermelon.
one.
Just cut it in half, give me a spoon, and I legit, it's what I do. I should legit do. Yes.
When Mark and I first started dating, I remember we planted a garden and we just would sit there and eat sweet corn. Like that was our whole meal. It's just sweet corn. Just, oh my,
So good.
I love it. I love it, love it, love it. Oh, so good. I also think strawberry shortcake. Like a really good strawberry shortcake. That's a good one. Okay, it's 7:03. I know we're gonna have more people pop on, and anytime the weather's nice, you always run the risk people are gonna like that show. So I appreciate everybody for being on tonight. And Al, why don't you go ahead and get us started?
Oh, you guys, thank you so much. I don't know about you guys, but like last week was kind of hard because it was like I wanted to see everybody, and Grace and I were going back and forth, like, do we do it? Do we cancel? Hence why it's like it's on, and then 5 minutes later it's like it's canceled. But you guys, thank you for taking the time and coming back to the roots of it all. So tonight it's gonna be super quick, all right, but it's gonna be filled with so much good stuff. So I'm glad you guys are on. We're gonna do quick introductions. We're gonna check do some crowing. We're gonna check in with our goals, where we're at. You guys, it's like 1 week left of May, not even, and then June. Then Grace she's going to talk about long-term business strategy and solutions. Okay. And she's going to teach us about helping clients keep makeup on in the heat. It's coming. It doesn't feel like it now, but it's coming. All right. And then we're going to finish with a look at our calendar. So you guys all have those dates. Okay. So let's start it off. Let's tell us your name and the business skill you want to improve on in May and June. Okay. The business skill you want to improve on. Okay. So let's start with Angelique.
So I'm Angelique Sidoris, and the business skill that I want to improve on is stepping out of my comfort zone.
That's a good one. I kind of want to be a fly on the wall when you have that coaching session, Grace. I love it. Paige,
You'll
what
have
about
to remember it because I'll have forgotten it by next Tuesday.
Oh, she'll write it down. Don't worry.
Oh, I know.
Paige, what about you, hon?
I'm Paige Bilstein, and what was the question again?
What business skill do you want to improve on in May and June?
Follow-ups.
Good. Very, very good. Emily.
I'm Emily. I was gonna say follow-ups, but I need something to follow up with. So consistency in my business.
I love it. You make me laugh. I love how raw and real you are, Emily. Like, honestly, you're so good.
Nobody else
all
to blame but me.
Hannah's brand new here.
I am. I'm brand new. I'm very excited to be a part of the team. Obviously, first thing that I want to work on is just getting my foot in the door, getting, used to reaching out to people and, making that connection with people and kind of overstepping that line. I think that's something like I'm frequently very reserved. I feel like I can be very outgoing and bubbly, but I think really just getting that feeling and that confidence to reach out to people and set up parties and stuff. I think I want to work on that. But other than that, I think I'm ready to learn and ready to go. So
Great. Well, girlfriend, we got you in some color for your awesome lips, and now you're gonna put it on and you're gonna go. All right, Ashley.
I'm Ashley Bernard, and the one thing I want to work on for May and June is being more consistent. I've been kind of slacking a little bit, got a lot of shit going on. So just getting into it and saying, just shut up
You
and do
got
it.
Oh, I like that. We might need to point that on a pillow. Shut up and do it. Okay.
Shut up and do it.
Angela.
I'm sorry, I just got out of the
You're
shower.
good. You're
I was
good.
with
You're good.
Dorothy in the hot tub.
All good. All right, Angela, your name and the business skill you want to improve on in May and June.
Angela, my business skill I want to improve on is making sure that I do follow-ups right away. This last few weeks, I did a vendor show, and I have yet to contact a few of those people because some family issues came up and some personal issues popped up, and I was down for about 3 days. So because of it, so I just got to get back on the horse, and that's my main focus is to try to not let those things affect me as much and remind myself that in order to succeed in my business, I actually have to make sure that I put 110% into it at least 80% of the time.
Well, and you guys, I think sometimes we forget too when it comes to reaching out to people, it's like 30 seconds, right? And I, for one, I get caught in that too, like kids, husband, blah, blah, right? And then it's like, I just want to sit on the couch and watch Friends. And it's like, just take 30 seconds, commercial break, reach out, be done, right? And I think what's beautiful is we all have that to remind each other of. Because raise your hands if y'all fall into that. Ever happen? Right. See, we're all better together. All right. So Kelly, name and what business skill you want to improve on May and June.
We can get her unmuted.
Oh, there she is.
Sorry. I guess I'm just starting, so I really don't have, I have to make goals. I have to get to that point.
It's great.
I don't know why my camera is all messed up. I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure this out.
You're doing great.
Yeah, we can see you. You're good.
So yeah, I just starting and getting some information and trying to get things going. So I just jumped on seeing that there was a meeting tonight just to see what I could catch.
I love it. Yes, that's awesome. All right, Miss Stacy Baker.
I'm Stacy Baker. What I want to improve on is consistency and follow-up.
Very good. Very good. And Brandy, are you able to talk, babe? Otherwise, you can put it in the chat.
I was going to say, she put it in the chat, Al.
Oh, she did. Oh, I missed it. Okay.
I can talk. I just want to work on following up. I just need to do that all around.
I love it. And follow up, you guys. I think Grace said this. And then also I remember Kristen Sharp. It closes the back door of people sneaking out. Okay. So let's go on to some crowing. I want to hear what you guys are proud of. Okay. You've had 2 weeks, right? 2 weeks. You didn't see our lovely faces. So what are you proud of in the last 2 weeks that you guys accomplished with your business? And okay, Ashley.
So I had a party before, not this last Saturday, the Saturday before, and it was the first party I actually got to incorporate the, everybody bring out your phones and download the app, and it went pretty well. I will say I've only gotten like 2 orders from it, but I still did the whole like, hey, I'm gonna let you guys kind of like, look at this stuff and, I'll get out of your hair. I think I need to hang around a little bit longer.
Yes. Yup. And we'll be talking about that here too. Cause you know what? It's always a work, right? It's always tweaking it. All right. And give me another one. Give me one more. What are you proud of? Paige.
My pink sale went really well. And I just got all my orders in and a lot of them out to the people and CDFs and stuff. So from my first like small business sale to this one, I doubled my order number. So that was
Yes,
I mean,
you
it's
have
still
to
very
start
small,
somewhere.
single digits, but we're moving.
Oh my
Love it.
girl. But the thing is, that's just it. You can build upon it, right? And you can, and the thing is that humble beginnings, it makes the when you have a lot worth it. Like really. I mean, that is phenomenal. And yes, celebrate big on that. All right, you guys. So let's check in with our goals where we're at because we have less than a week left of May. And then we have June. And June, oh, Brandon said she sold $600 during her pink sale. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Yeah. I love it. So and for those of you who are new and don't know, June 30th ends our seminar year. Okay, our Mary Kay seminar year starts July 1st, goes to June 30th. So some of these numbers that you're going to be hearing, you're going to be like, what? Like, that's crazy. So for the Gibbs unit, we are going to roar our second car, the tracks. Okay. And we got some work to do, but I know we can do it. Like, I know in my gut, like God's putting this out there. So we officially need 200 active orders of 225 in the system. Right now we're at 85. So we only need 115. Right. And from last week, that's five more than last week, which is so crazy, right? And I know that we're going to rally and bring a bunch more in. And Hannah put her first order in tonight, and she's halfway to being qualified at the 600. And I don't know if you guys know this, but when you get a qualified like person in, it counts as double. It counts as double. So yes, so way cool. So that's where the Gibbs unit is at. And so then we're constantly sharing with people. So Hannah's our number one this month, and we're looking for 4 more. And we still got 4 days. So yes. All right, Grace, where's the Lemke unit at? And then honey, you take it away with your training because I am so
Okay, awesome. Well, the Lemke unit, we are currently at for the month, we are just sitting at hang on just a second. There we go. Letting another person on. We just crossed over 15,000 wholesale for the month. So you guys, we're having a fantastic month. I want us to hit at least 18 this month. So we are on target for that. And I will just tell you that so far in the year, we are at 379,543. And I haven't updated our Cadillac number, but my guess is we're going to be right around 78,000 of 108,000 is our goal. So we're just chunking it down a little at a time. I'm keeping track. And so we are off to a great start of our year-end finish. And for those of you who are new, remember, Mary Kay year end is June 30th. Okay, so everything that we do in May and June, it's a big deal. It's a really big deal. And so I thought I would start out tonight. We're going to do a headset and then we're going to do a skill set. Okay, and so the headset tonight, or I always think that this is like maybe the skill set and then the business part, or then we'll do a product piece. But I want to talk really about mentality tonight and about how in your business, you're either planting or you're harvesting. You're either planting or you're harvesting. You're either in a season where you're planting seeds to grow something or you're harvesting what you've grown. Okay. That is a truth of business. Okay. And I'll be honest, I think it's a truth of life that you're either in a season where you're planting and developing, or you're in a harvest, in which case you need to be planting more. Right. And so I had dinner it was a week ago. And he's the closest thing I have to a father-in-law, and his name is Vern. And Vern is probably close to 80 now. And for 50 years, he owned an auction company. And we were talking a little bit about business. And he's one of the few people that I mentor with because I respect him so much. And I've watched him do the right thing when no one was watching. I've watched him build something that withstood a lot. And we were just talking, and I was telling him a little bit about what it's like right now. There's such a dichotomy in our market. You have people that are like, I only want an app. I want everything online. And then you have this other 50% of our world that's like, I don't want an app. I actually want to talk to a person. I want you to take my order. And here's the thing, neither of those is bad, but trying to systemize and staff both of those is hard at the same time. Okay. And so we were talking about this, and he was like, yeah, he's like, I remember when the first computers came out, right? Like, can you guys even imagine, right? He goes, it was really hard because you had so many people that were like, the computer. And then you had people that were like terrified and wanted nothing to do with it. And so it's really very much parallels where our business is right now. And he was talking about challenging markets. like challenging economies. And he said something that I thought was so smart. He's like, Grace, the economy that we're in right now is not altogether different than the late 70s and early 80s. Inflation was through the roof. The cost of fuel was also astronomically high, and there was a fuel shortage. And he said the agricultural market was crashed. And so he said, I actually had to be the one who auctioned off my friends' farms that they were losing to the bank. And he talked about like what that was like and how hard it was. And I just thought it was a really interesting perspective. He said, and I said to him, I said, so when it was tough like that, what did you do? Like what did you do? And he said, well, the first thing I did, I will tell you not to do. And I said, what's that? And he said, I panicked. And I said, okay. And he said, and I made stupid decisions, because when you panic, you're operating completely out of emotion and not out of logic. So you guys, when things get challenging, and again, this is business we're talking about, but it can also be in life, panic will get you nowhere, okay? Except for in more trouble typically, okay? But he said, then I did two really smart things. And this is what I want us to embrace tonight as women business owners, okay? The first thing he said he did, and I thought this was so great, he said, I invested heavily in myself and my business. He's like, I took classes to be a better auctioneer. And I was like, that's a thing? He's like, yeah. And I did them. And he's like, and it was like, not a lot of people were doing it, but he's like, that I really think made me better than others. So it was investing in myself. And the second thing he did, he said, was like I said, he invested in himself and he invested in his business. Like, he's like, I remember it was like early 80s. And again, I didn't even know if we were going to be able to survive the markets. And he said, but I invested in a new auction truck. And it was like a lot of money at the time. And he's like, but it for me was me saying, I believe that this is going to work and I'm going to invest in it because I want it to get bigger and better. And then he said the second thing he did, so he invested in himself and invested in the business. And the second thing he did is he said, I kept planting seeds. He's like, I kept planting seeds. I kept doing the things that I could do to try and ensure that tomorrow would be better. And what he said next was that then when the tide shifted, because here's the thing, you guys, do you know that currently to date, there has never been a season 20 years in a row where you put money into the market and did not make money? It's not to say that you won't go up and down, but people who have put money into the market have always ended up categorically better within their 20 years of market than they would have been. They made money. The truth is, and that's in US history. So think that thought. Seasons don't last. But you can't just sit here in idle time. You have to be planting something, or when the tide turns, you've planted nothing and you will not have anything to reap, and it won't be anybody else's issue but your own. I think you're going to see a lot of people that freeze during this season. They already have been. But if you will plant and keep planting what you can, keep doing what you can, keep investing in yourself and your business, on the other side, you will reap a harvest because you will have been planting something. So I want you to tell me what you hear when I share this story. You guys, tell me what you hear from this story, first of all. And then I have one more question for you. What are you picking up from it? Angelique.
Don't stop. Like, keep moving.
Keep moving. Keep moving, because you're going to watch people just sit there and idle. I'll work when it's over. I'll work when it gets better. That's a great way to make your rock completely stop rolling. It doesn't have to roll fast. It don't have to roll big, but you want to keep it rolling. Otherwise, you've got to get started from a dead stop. Okay. And like, all time is precious, not just the easy times or the easier times. Okay. Yeah. Keep moving through the hard and the easy times. Yes. I love that. Give me one more, something else that you're taking away from this. Allison.
Actually, what I'm hearing is, we always talk about abundant mindset, but right now it's abundance in the seeds that you're planting. So then you can reap the abundance later.
Yes, you guys. Yes. I think it's so important. And so the second question I have for you right now is, what are the seeds that we can plant right now? What are the seeds that would benefit us to plant in this season that we're in? What are the seeds that you can plant as a consultant? Ashley.
Just talking to people and be like, hey, you know, if you're ever interested in anything, you know, like I do Mary Kay, if you want to get together with your daughters, you know, kind of thing. Like just planting that seed
Offering
of
people what you have, right, Ash? Like offering
Yeah.
people what you have. I think so many times people don't even know what you have because you haven't told them, right?
This is really interesting because I have been talking to Grace about how at church all the sermons have been like, just do it. But this week, our pastor was talking about something, and he's going to do a billboard on the arterial that says, you need others, find them here. And he said something about the quote that he had was, how much do you have to hate somebody to not share what you have?
Ooh.
Yeah. I was like, ooh, ouch. Mm.
And you guys, I think that that's so critical because when things get hard, we all turn inward. What do I want? What do I need? What am I hurting from? I. The truth is, we have no idea of what somebody else is going through, what somebody else needs. Okay. I think that this matters, you guys. Like we've got something to offer, whether it's a product, whether it's a service. And let me tell you, in case you've forgotten, right now, people still want their face wash. They still want mascara and eyeliner. And Sephora and Ulta and Clinique, they don't offer her a half price shopping spree if she brings her friends. So if she's hurting for cash right now, you have a hostess program that can help her get it at a discount. They aren't going to do that. So you guys, offer people what you have. Offer people what you have. And you know what? Those parties that you hold today that maybe are only $200 in sales, those clients, when their situation shifts, become bigger clients, deeper clients, clients that hold parties. So like at the end of the day, plant the seed. It doesn't mean that you're going to have an oak tree the same night you plant the seed. It means that you've got a chance at having an oak tree. Because if you don't plant any seed, you got zero chances, right? Zero chances. So I don't know, did that help anybody? I just think mindset is so critical. So critical. Now, before Allison takes over and closes us up with the calendar and the things that are coming up and available to you, I want to talk about 4 products, okay? 4 products, and it's actually 5 products, but I forgot to grab the 5th one. And so I'll actually start with that one, and it's the foundation primer. And the reason I think I forgot it is because a lot of us use that foundation primer, because we're going to talk about what makes makeup stay on in the heat, okay? Because in the summer, you're going to hear people say like, oh my gosh, I don't wear a lot of makeup in the summer, but I don't know about you. I do a lot of fun things in the summer. And when we're doing fun things, isn't that when we take pictures of it? And nothing makes me more frustrated than when I get pictures back or I go to someone's house and my picture is hanging on the refrigerator and I look like bloody hell. Okay, that never feels good to anybody. I want to look cute still. So how can we make the makeup stay on? Okay, how can we make the makeup stay on? The first thing is foundation primer. That goes on before your foundation. You guys know that I think it smells like brownie batter, and who hasn't just wanted to rub that all over their face? You put a little bit about the size of a pea on your fingertips, you roll it around, and then you put it on all over your face. You let it dry for a couple seconds, and then you put your foundation on over. It fills in fine lines and wrinkles. It makes them go on like the product is like there's no fine line or wrinkle, or if you have any imperfections, it helps cover that. It helps with diminishing pore size, the appearance of pore size, and it also helps your makeup go on better, stay on better, and look better. That is our foundation primer. It additionally has an SPF in it for your people who maybe are not wearing an SPF. That's a nice option. Okay. So that's your foundation primer. That would be the first thing that I would use to keep makeup on. The second thing that I'm going to talk to you about is this product right here. It is called Oil Mattifier. I don't think enough consultants are showing this and selling it because they don't know what it means. It kind of looks like the foundation primer, okay? And what I love about this stuff is that it kind of looks like the foundation primer. You would actually put this on before your foundation primer, okay? After your moisturizer, before your primer. Now, here's the key. I've watched a lot of people put on foundation primer. They squirt a little bit into their fingertips and they go like this and put it on. You just ruined it. This just ruined it because it has polymers in it and they act as an oil scrub and they absorb the oil off your face. And when you do this, you just broke them all. So what you do is you put a little bit of it onto your fingertips. It takes about the size of a dime. You put it in your fingertips and then you very gently rub it together and you press it into the oily affected places. So for most of us, that's going to be a T-zone, and you just lightly pat it in and let it dry completely. And then you would put your product over the top of it. And what it does is it pulls the oil off your skin and holds it in this polymer so that it doesn't make you look shiny. Do you know where I use this a lot? With men on their bald heads. For like family pictures, if you've got a dude with a high forehead, this is a great thing. But if you have ladies, okay, that are getting oily, this oil mattifier is a fantastic product, okay? And if you have people that are super oily, especially for special occasions, which we have graduations, we have Mother's Days, we have you know, birthdays and weddings and Father's Day and all of these special occasions, this is a fantastic product. And if you have questions about these, keep going, you know, ask, right? Now, these are called beauty blotters. This is a great product for keeping makeup on all day. Beauty blotters are these little tissues. It kind of looks like a Kleenex box when you open it and you pull one out. And this is fantastic for those of you who do get shiny during the day. You just take it off and you press it against your face. Okay, again, T-zone area, and it takes off the oil without taking off your makeup. These things absorb oil in a way that normal tissue doesn't, and you don't end up with little white things on your face so that it looks like you cut yourself shaving. Okay, these things are off the hook. If you're not talking to your clients about these, they don't know that they exist. These are great products to do a vid about so that you can show clients in your private customer Facebook group. Now, two more things. This is the translucent powder. If you've never seen a translucent powder, it actually looks like flour, okay? It's white, but the truth is it takes on the color, okay? It takes on the color of whatever is underneath of it. So it actually is kind of clear, okay? What you do is you put a little of this into the lid, you shake some of it into the lid, and then you run your powder brush in there. And when a lot of people, they want to just go with their powder brush. Now you've got it in your hair, it's all over your blouse, it's all over your chest and on the wall behind you, but you don't actually have that much product on you. But if you will actually hold your brush, like kind of like hold the bristles, and you get that powder really in there, and then you press it in, and it's going to look like you have powder. I mean, like it looks like you've got flour all over your face, and then you buff it out with the fluffy brush. You guys, it will actually absorb oil so much better. So much better. If you are selling people this, but not teaching them how to use it, they're not getting the most out of it. But if you will teach your clients how to actually use these products, they will reorder them 1,000 times over because they see how well they work. Okay. So this is the translucent powder. This absorbs oil for 8 to 12 hours. And it's one of the most finely milled loose powders on the market. I think it's second to like Chanel, and theirs is $90 for a cistern, and this is 20 bucks. Okay. Last one is probably my favorite one, and that is the finishing spray. Finishing spray is a must. I'm going to teach you a couple different things about how to use this. Finishing spray helps your makeup stay on better. Does anybody know the first time you put on finishing spray? At what part in the process you put it on? Does anybody want to guess? Angelique?
I mean, I can tell you when I put it on, but I don't know if it's right
Okay,
or
so
not.
tell us.
So I put it on after I put my foundation on, and then again after I have my face done.
So you can do both of those. If you have someone that's really oily, or if you have someone like, I remember one time I did a wedding on July the 22nd. It was so hot. It was a Catholic wedding in an old church, and there was no air conditioning, you guys. And this gal gets warm anyway. She was sweating so much. You put it on as soon as the primer's on. So put on your foundation primer, let it dry, and you hold it out about 6 inches from your face, 6 to 10 inches from your face. And then you do a T shape. So, and an X. Okay. Then after I put on her foundation, I did it again. And then I did another foundation and did it again. And then I put on her powder and did the rest of her makeup. And then I did it again. Did you also know that you can spritz this under your breasts and under your arms to help you not sweat through chiffon and fancy materials? If you're not talking about this product, you're not selling it to people because they just don't know how they work. Does that make sense, you guys? But if you will show these in videos on your customer Facebook group, you guys, you will sell. You will unequivocally sell these products, okay? So I want you to tell me one new thing that you learned and one product that you're excited to sell that we talked about tonight. So somebody give me one that you're excited to sell or one that you learned something new. Ashley. Ash.
I didn't know if you did it. I didn't realize the finishing spray after you put on your primer was a good time to put it on.
Yes.
So I always put it on just right at the end because I like to give Andrew a bunch of crap. I'm like, how many times are you going to spray that on?
It makes a difference though, you guys. It stays on so well. I love that. Yes. Okay. So learning how to use the finishing spray. What else? Paigey.
This is just a tip. So when I was in Mexico, I had put the finishing spray on. That was kind of the first time I used it. And we jumped in the pool after the wedding and my makeup didn't move.
You guys, it makes a huge difference. It makes a huge difference. Yeah, Angelique.
So Ash just made that comment about like she gives me a lot of crap. So the very first time that I kind of used a lot of the like waterproof stuff was very similar to what Paige was talking about. We were at a water park in the Dells and I had like all my waterproof products on and Ashley kind of got mad at me because she's like, did you really go back to the room and put your makeup right back on? And I'm like, nope, I haven't even touched it. Matter of fact, tonight I had a full facial massage and everything at my chiro and I haven't updated anything on my face.
Love it. Very good. One more thing. What product are you going to do a video on for your clients so that you can sell these products? Which one are you going to do a video about?
I hate videos, but I'm going to do the finishing spray.
Finishing
and I'm going to do
spray.
it the way you just explained it. Like after the foundation primer, after my foundation, at the end, under the pits, under the boobs. Like I'm going to let them know of all the places you can put it on.
It makes a difference, you guys. And here's the thing. Sometimes it's awkward to talk about those things, but if you're a person that really struggles with those things, I would value that. You know what I mean? Like that would be meaningful to me. And like one of my favorite clients, Amy, she is a very curvy woman. I absolutely adore her. I think she's stunningly beautiful. And her son was getting married. And she's like, Grace, I love this dress, but the top of it is chiffon. And I'm scared to death that I'm going to stand up and there's going to be a big ring under my breast. And I'm like, girl, I got you. And she texted me that night, like at I don't know, it's like 12:30 in the morning. She sent me a picture of her and she's like, no rings, no rings. And I mean, it was an August wedding. So like, it makes a difference. It really does. And I will tell you, my cousin got married on August 6th, 2 years ago. It was outside. I swear she hates us. She's a sadist or whatever. She just wanted us to.
And that day was 100 and something in the shade because
it was
our cousin got married that day too.
It was miserable. And I still looked super cute. Okay. I was the only one in the family pictures that still looked hot. Okay. So my point is only this: teach people how to use the product, teach people how to use the product. And don't think for 1 second that I missed that nobody said outside of Angelique that they were going to make a video. The reason that y'all aren't making videos is because you're scared they won't be perfect or you won't know all the things. I don't know about you, but I've never met a baby that was like, well, I may not be perfect. I may fall down, so I'm not even going to try to walk. No, at some point you have to try imperfectly. And if you're not going to do that, you're not showing your clients what you have to offer. That's not going to work. Okay. Make the video. It doesn't have to be perfect. Do Facebook Live. The other day I was making one and Samuel came running through with this little Thor hammer thing. And you know, he's almost 6 feet tall because my son has autism and that's just what it looks like around here. It was fine. I was just like, okay, that's Sam. Everybody, he says good morning. We just kept going. Okay. It's fine. It's fine. So with that being said, that is our product for tonight. And Allison, why don't you wrap us up with the calendar and what we've got coming up in May and June and July.
I love it. Okay, so you guys, all Tuesdays, right? All Tuesdays in June and July are going to be our meetings. All right. And then it's at 7 o'clock. Get done about 7:45, 8 o'clock. We will have some beauty bashes in there. Okay. So if you are new, there's a Facebook group called MK Beauty Bash. Just let your director or the person who brought you on know, and we will get you added to that. That's a place that you can invite your family, your friends, your clients, and they can hear from Grace or myself, win prizes. Great opportunity for you. So June, we're going to go over June dates for the director meeting, which is June 7th. It's Friday. If you are a red jacket, you're also welcome to join. It's via Zoom and it's going to be 9 to about 10:30 on, let's see here, June 11th will be a beauty bash about the new skincare. Okay. Saturday, June 15th is our Super Soul and new consultant training. All right, you're not going to want to miss it. Just saying. It's at the Hilton Garden Inn downtown. The registration should be on both pages. I will repost again tonight so that you can have it. It's $10 to attend. As a reminder, it's about from 9 to about 11:30, 12 is our Super Soul. We break for lunch. And then from 1 to 3, we do new consultant training. Everyone is welcome to stay for new consultant training and lunch. Okay. In July, Sunday, July 14th is going to be our Super Soul. And that is going to be like our year-end celebration. Okay. So our awards, everything, we're going to have lunch there. It's going to be at Grace's home. And we're also going to talk about goals and goal posters and making those and really gearing up for the new seminar year for you guys. Okay. Seminar is July 29th. Through August 1st. If you have any questions on seminar, if you are new, you can register until June 30th. This is like the big shebang, holy grail of all get-togethers, okay? It's in Dallas. We get to tour the manufacturing plant this year. You will want to plan on flying in on the 28th and then leaving the 1st. Make sure your flights are after 3 o'clock on the 1st, okay? Now, who wants to hear about the really cool June promo that Grace and I are doing? That went in the mail today. Yeah, you better get your hands up. You better get your hands up. Okay, so you guys all heard of stretch goals, right?
Jax wants to hear about it clearly because he just decided that he's going to join the meeting too. So
I love it. I love it. So you guys, we're not only doing stretch goals, right? We're also doing breeze goals. All right. So the stretch goals is like stretching it out there. The breeze goals is like, okay, this is a breeze. Y'all should be able to do the breeze. Okay. I know y'all. I know your businesses. I know what you're capable of. You got this. There is going to be some fun prizes for you guys when you hit those. Grace, look at this. Look at these. These are so cool. Check it out. Right? Like, I mean, who wouldn't love a new pair of sunglasses for hitting your stretch goal? They come with a nice case. They look good on every single person. Like amazing. Okay. And then we also have some fun jewelry for you guys too. Like some, I think it's like an initial necklace we picked out. So, I love it. So you guys, those you will be getting in the mail here soon. Some went out today. The rest will be sent later this week. There's also fun in the fun mail. There is a fun new look for you to try. Okay, a fun new look filled with samples. So I know. So I hope you guys are getting ready to use it to go onto your Facebook page, right? Like put it on there. Some of the best ones, FYI, Grace was talking about like your being perfect. Some of the best videos and the best interaction I've had is when I get like wonky colors I've never used. I'm like, let's try this together. There was one time I went way too bright. And I'm like, so this is not what you do. So we're going to take this off with oil-free eye makeup remover, right? So you guys, but people loved it because it was real, right? So you can use that. And then I hope y'all put your pictures up on our Facebook pages, right? Like show it. So are you guys all excited? You should be. Like I'm not hearing you through the computer. I'm not feeling the excitement. Okay, yeah. All right, there we go. All right, you guys. So you guys give me some takeaways for tonight? I mean, Grace knocked it out of the park. This was fantastic, her training. What are two takeaways you're taking tonight? Paige.
I think, Grace, when you talked about how like oily people really want to know about these products, I think that's valid because I'm a very sweaty person and I just can't stand it. And truthfully, I think the setting spray was like one of the reasons why I was like fine in Mexico because I was like, it's gonna stay, it's not moving. So,
And you guys, again, like, it's such a hard truth, but like, we do these events and we do, like, I have a picture of me, and it sounds so morbid, but just follow me with this. I have this picture from my wedding with my grandparents. And like, they weren't around a long time after that. And it's one of my favorite pictures. And I just think to myself, if I was in that picture and didn't have like if I was all oily and greasy and hated my face in that picture, I wouldn't still have it up 23 years later. And I'm so glad I do because I just felt really good about myself that day. People are having important events, graduations, weddings, Mother's Day, Father's Day, those important things. And they're taking pictures with people. You guys, like, show them the product so that they can use it and feel really good about themselves, because you just never know when someone's doing a picture and then that person that's in the picture with them isn't there anymore, and they can keep that up and they can love it and just forget it. Maybe someone's not going away or passing away or anything. I just think when you give a woman the skills and the tools that she needs to feel really good about herself, when she passes her reflection in the mirror that day and feels good, that matters, right? Like, that matters. I think that matters.
Hannah, do you want to share about Friday night? We did an advanced glam with her two of her friends, and after I left, tell them what happened after I left.
Yeah, so my best friends, God love them, don't really they're not super into makeup, which is, I mean, everybody at their own pace. You know, you do what you do that makes you comfortable and feel good, but it was a really big step for them, I think, to schedule the advanced glam in general. But what I noticed was during the process, you know, they were kind of taken back a little bit and just not that they didn't like it, just kind of like, oh, this is different, you know? So that was something kind of cool to see. But what Allison is referring to is after Allison had left the party, I got to sit there and I got to just watch my friends feel good about themselves, which was so good. It was just, I mean, you know, the comments that one of my friends made was, oh, you know, I've never worn this color. I usually wear a different color, but you know, like seeing me in this, oh, I'm kind of liking it the more, you know, the more I wear it and stuff. And just the compliments that were coming from all of us, all three of us to each other. Just, you know, I like that color on your cheek. I've never seen that before. And it was a really, really cool experience just to try something new and just to see that different kind of confidence come out in somebody, I think was super cool because you can be, I mean, super confident in your own skin, which is awesome, but you know, just watching them put on a layer of makeup and then it was just a whole new personality. It was a whole new different type of confidence. That was super, I don't know, uplifting. It was really cool to be a part of that. So yeah.
It's so great. And you guys, Brandy said here is like, she said she but just keep planting the seeds and investing in yourself and your business. You guys, when you feel good about yourself, right? When you feel good about yourself, you want to share it with people. And I loved what Emily said about like, how much do you have to hate someone not to share, right? Like, Hannah having that experience, she's going to want to share. Her friends are now going to want to share it with other people they know. Like, you guys, this was out of her comfort zone, but it was amazing. It was so fun. Go to Hannah, right? It's all these little seeds that we're planting, and it's the positive. A lot of people don't have that right now. You go to the grocery store, fill your car up with gas, not too positive. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to use some colorful language. Okay. And it's not on the positive scale. So, we have something just so beautiful, and every little bit is planting a seed. You never know what's going to come back. And I will tell you this one last thing, you guys, about planting seeds. I did bridal makeup for a mom and 4 of her girls this past Saturday. Is a client of mine, her sister. She's like, will you do this? I said, sure, no problem. Didn't know who it was. So I went, and her sister was there, and in works this woman. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, I know her. Where do I know her from? Right. And she came up like and started talking to me like we were best friends. Mind you, I had met her back in August at a farmer's market, and she's like, Allison, she goes, I have been thinking about you ever since that day. I want to get together with you. I'm sorry I haven't responded, but every time my daughter comes to me with TikTok, I think I need to call Allison. That seriously, it was a 30-second interaction that day. A 30 seconds. So you guys, the seeds you plant matter. Big or small, celebrate it all, and you will be able to reap it. I promise you that. Okay. So with that being said, you guys, thank you so much for joining us. If you have any other questions, please do not hesitate to reach out to Grace or myself or anybody on this. We're all better together. So everyone have a great night. Oh yeah, Emily, what's that?
I don't know if you saw it in the chat, but did I dream this up, or did I see somewhere that they're discontinuing the oil mattifier?
So we have been having this conversation because there is a like a little pic collage that somebody was passing around, and it's kind of confusing. And so there's like a chart, and we're confused because some people read it to be that they're eliminating the oil mattifier, and some people read it that it's not. And we really just need to call corporate and find out. But I'll be honest,
It's not in the catalog though.
If it's not in the catalog, then they may be retiring it. In which
I've got
case,
the brand new catalog right here, and I've
but sometimes there are
scoured it a few
products.
times.
Sometimes there are products that are not in here that we still have. So it just they may not have a picture of it, but
I did hear the same thing, Emily. Like, so I was thinking the same thing when.
So if that's the case, you guys, if they're eliminating the oil mattifier, then you would just use the primer. The primer is what would take the place of that, because it does have oil absorption in it also.
The other thing I believe I heard was the mattifying moisturizer is supposed to be taking the replace of the oil mattifier.
That could be. That could be. Absolutely. All right, you guys, make it a good week. Let's do something. Bye, guys.